These are the Arbors at Emens Auditorium, having just performed with the great Roger Williams show. And it's really great to have you guys here at Emens Auditorium. And I listen to you all the time on the Arthur Godfrey program.
Yeah, right.
As we happen to carry the show, you see. So you've been on it great. Yeah, plug it all the time. When are you going back? You playing or singing there or something?
We have a deal with Arthur Godfrey that anytime we're in New York, we can do the show.
Oh.
So it'll be pretty quick, I think.
Yeah, that's great. Most people remember you, of course, for Symphony for Susan.
I
Who could
remember
forget
it.
you? You hope so, anyway. That was your... Pardon?
We want to remember for some more of those. We're looking for another one.
Yeah, well, that was your first big one. Now, you haven't had any sock like that one, but you've had several good big hits, which we play all the time, I'll have you know.
Thank you.
Middle of the road station.
All right, we'll stay an extra 5 minutes now.
Thank you very much. We can use up some more film, right? So now, how'd you get started? First of all, these are brothers, and I'm sure you recognize two twins sitting in the middle, Ned and Fred. And this is Ned, and this is Ed and Fred. Boy, Ed and Fred.
Someone probably said Fred and Ned.
It
sounds like Ned.
Yeah, right. And Scott and Tom.
Right.
And so how in the world did you four get together? Who wants to pick that one?
Well, we got started in school at the University of Michigan, and got started out of the Glee Club there. And we worked down into a group of 8, and then the 4 of us busted off from there and went out
in your own separate ways. How many years were you performing together before your Symphony for Susan came out that brought you such stardom? Scott?
Well, as we came out of the Army, we went to Chicago, and we were talking about radio a bit ago, and we had a radio show. It was like a delightful thing. The first thing that happened to us, we got a radio show. We stayed with us for about 3 years. And just as it was live radio.
Oh boy, that's a dog.
And just as that ended, about very simultaneously to that, we did a recording and Symphony for Susan, and the timing couldn't have been better. At the same time we left the radio show, the record took off, and we've been traveling and busy with that ever since.
You need a break, and you need a stroke of luck like that to get started, and then it seems to go for you, right?
Yes, it does. One thing important though, when you get your luck, you have to be able to sustain it, to follow it up. So luckily we'd been performing for quite a while before we even went on the road or the record started going along with us. So we were able to back it up with personal appearances.
Yeah, and you've had a chance to polish yourselves out. So once you get the break, then you could, like you said, sustain yourself and keep going. You constantly making personal appearance tours all the time. I bet it becomes a drag after a while. One-nighters all the time?
Yeah, well, it's not too bad as long as you're not traveling by bus. Unfortunately, we have to be traveling by bus this time. And we've had a couple trips that are like 400 to 500 miles long, which can really be a drag.
What about a new record now? What's coming up for you?
We're working on it right now. This particular tour has been a little strenuous for us because our few free days that we've had, we either flown into New York to do some Arthur Godfrey shows and also do recording work on some new tunes, or we've flown to Chicago to do commercials for radio and television. Several are nationwide, which I'm sure perhaps you've heard, some United Airlines. We don't have any particular number right now that's finished, but we're working on several.
Well, okay, we'll watch for it, okay? Hey, we really appreciate your stopping by for just a minute and talking with us, and good luck on wherever you may be going tomorrow night, okay?
Thank you very much, Andy. It's been a pleasure being here.